So now that we've looked at all of the tiered subscales for the TFI, just as a quick review, want to let you know that the start date for all schools in St. Louis County will be February 1st, 2016, and the end date for all schools in St. Louis County will be April 15th, 2016. All schools are encouraged to assess at all three tiers, even if you aren't implementing just yet. This will give you good baseline information to kind of see where you are and where you want to go as you do scale up to tiers 2 and tiers 3. Now as you work to prepare for the TFI administration, you might want to start thinking about setting a date for your walkthrough for the tier 2 and tier 3 prep pieces as well, and maybe scheduling some meeting times for the assessment administration with your team. You'll also want to start gathering documents and those evidence data pieces that are going to support your conversation. And also want to think about determining some of the logistics that are involved. When are you going to meet? Who needs to be at the table? How will scheduling be done to make sure that those key voices are present? And then will you do a paper copy first? Again, we're going to encourage that everyone does do a paper copy just so that you do have a backup in case something does happen with technology, and in case you would like to take additional notes so that you have those for you when you action plan. As you're preparing for and conducting the TFI, just some quick things to remember. There may be some cognitive dissonance within your conversations, and it's not a bad thing. This can be a very good thing, in fact, and it's where change happens. And so thinking of those safe to say environment strategies and other systematic processes that you use within your team meetings that could help with this so that your team does move forward in a healthy way. A couple of questions to consider from Dr. Rob Horner from the Illinois Leadership Forum presentation that he did on the TFI last year. One would be, do we have enough in place to produce effective outcomes for kids? And two would be, are we doing what we said we would do, and is it making a change? So these are some good questions to kind of guide you as you think about action planning for the future and the action steps that you've taken in the past. As you do decide on what to use for action planning, another question that Dr. Horner likes to use is, what are the smallest changes that you can make that will give the biggest short-term impact? So really from your data, what areas would you like to work on, and what are those changes that you can make within a short amount of time that really are going to make changes that you can see and feel? Again, as you're going through this evaluation process, you can always find support with your district's PBIS facilitator. Please don't hesitate to give us a call. And finally, we'll talk about the resources and training materials. If you would like to go over some of these with your staff, of course, you can always use this Zaption as a way to inform staff of what you will be doing in this team process. There are additional materials that you can find on PBIS apps. So if you go to the website that's listed below for PBIS apps, hover over the applications link at the top, and in the drop down you'll select PBIS assessment, and then when you hit that page you'll scroll down to the TFI, and there'll be a link right in the middle of that grid, so that when you do hit that TFI link, links for the TFI 2.1 manual, the walkthrough video, the action plan, and some other resources will appear for you. I just want to say thank you for accessing this video again, and one more time, if you do have questions, don't hesitate. Your district facilitator is always willing to be there and give you a helping hand.